today's edition of Moment of Liberation. I'm your regular host, Esan Oluwatobi, popularly called me the Living Legend. Today is a great day in the history of our nation, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are 57 today, and we are marking our independence. We are happy, we are glad that we are at least, to some extent, self-dependent. But then, it saddens me always when I look at the rich resources around us as a nation, when I compare it with the level and the state in which we are today. And it is my cry that Nigeria will be great and Nigeria will be better. As we move ahead in life, as a nation and as a people, there are 4 major points I wish we could improve on to have a better nation. And the first point is ignorance. An average Nigeria is a president of argument. We know too much of what we do not know. When you bring up a debate about the nation, just tune on your radio, listening to national issues. Everybody has a solution to the problem of Nigeria. Everybody are president of arguments. Everybody knows how things should be run. Everybody knows the best policy to use. But the question I've continued to ask is, when we get to that position, why do we keep failing? We know too much about what we do not know. And the simple interpretation is, we are ignorant about a lot of things, but we believe we know. And until we accept our ignorance as a people, and we submit ourselves to constant learning, we might not be able to advance in life. So I beseech every Nigerian today, as we go up, as we move on in life, let's have this spirit to learn, to submit, to knowing things better. We do not know all. We must stop being the president of an argument. Another thing is, we buy too much of what we do not need as a nation. There are a lot of things we buy too much. We do not need it. We buy too much of luxury. And the simple thing is, when you buy what you do not need, you will sell what you need. That is it. We as a nation, we are a consuming nation. And every consuming nation will consume until they get consumed. It is high time we started thinking about how we can produce and how we can invent. Yeah, there are cases of unemployment ravaging the nation now. It saddens me a lot. But the fundamental question is, it is not even about the government now. People handling little positions spend their money on luxury. You see Nigerians having 2-3 houses. If those monies are converted to business ventures, we will have produced a lot and we would have employed a lot. Only 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. You can't drive more than one. If we convert this to establishing of ventures in this nation, we would have been better and we would have created better. And that happens to be the dichotomy between we and the Western world. They save to produce, but Nigeria will save to consume. We buy too much of what we do not need. The third thing is, we compete too much on what does not matter, or with what does not matter. We set standards for ourselves. We set unnecessary competitions for ourselves on what do not really worth it. We want to use the best car. Our friends are doing this. Our neighbors are doing this. Our relatives are doing this. We just want to meet a particular standard. Nigerians go ahead to borrow just to be able to meet standard. They go ahead to displease themselves just to be able to meet standard. We can't continue to consume. When you borrow to create, it is better. But when you borrow to consume, you are in damnation. That is the simple logic as a nation. So we must constantly stop competing unnecessarily. In Yoruba, the Yoruba people of Nigeria, we always have Owambe. And if you look at the psychology surrounding the concept of Owambe party, you discover, I'm not disputing celebration, but you discover that there are too much of waste that is parading the nation. It's not all about the government, it's about the people. A changed people bring a changed government. The government we are condemning today, they are a product of the society, and they are what the society has been able to fill them with. So as a nation, we must outgrow our selfish aim. The last point I'll be discussing today is that as a nation, we see little about tomorrow. An average Nigerian is concerned about today. You don't think about what happens to tomorrow. If every Nigerian parent thinks about what happens about tomorrow, then they will be conscious of the generation of their children. If every Nigerian children thinks about what happens tomorrow, then they will be conscious of the generation that is yet unborn. But we are so much after what we are today. We pursue what I call the nuisance value. Our value orientations are wrong. Our philosophies and our philosophy as a nation is wrong. Our mode of thought, we acquire too much of unbridled wealth that we do not need as a nation. I charge Nigerians today to have a change of mentality, to have a change of mindset, that consuming does not reproduce. Every nation that consumes will consume until they get consumed. And every nation that produces will continue to produce. Now let me end with this. Like Olakunle said, for every aid you receive as a nation, as a people, as an individual, you lose some level of freedom. I repeat, for every aid you receive as a nation, as a people, as an individual, you lose some level of freedom. We are losing our freedom. We are not getting better. Check the statistic of the world today. The nations that receive, that collects, that borrows, they are not ahead. So the statistics shows that every nation that creates, that produces, are always ahead. The only thing that is natural in Japan are the people of Japan. We are blessed with so many resources. It is left with us to utilize it. God will not utilize it for us. God will never brush our teeth for us. When you are hungry, God can only supply you food. He won't feed you. When you are thirsty, He can only supply you water. He won't feed you. I celebrate the Federal Republic of Nigeria today, and I have a great faith in Nigeria. I believe that Nigeria will be better. I see a better Nigeria. I see a great nation in Nigeria. I love Nigeria. I'm proud to be a Nigerian. God bless Nigeria. Happy Independence Day, and God bless you. Thank you. Nigeria.